I swear to God, YouTube, if you, I know, demonetize me, I swear to God, because I have put 18 only XXX with images. No, I'm just gonna say, you guys only need to be 18 to watch this, because I'm not fucking getting demonetized, and I'm not getting demonetized. Just what you know, I'm not getting demonetized. And let me continue with this video. Before I start this video, I would like to tell something that happened in my day today. So today, two kids that subscribe to my channel were lived by me, right? So I asked my mom, can we go to the place where you can get city bikes, because my mom didn't really want to buy a bike for me. So we got a city bike, and this is where I took it home, and I started riding it around my block. These kids told me, "Oh, give that back." I'm like, "What?" And this is where I stop, and my brother gets off his skateboard. I look back and I'm like, "What you talking about?" So where they say, "You stole that. Give us back our stuff." So this is where they like, "Give us back our stuff. We'll unsubscribe to your channel if you don't give us back your stuff." And this is where I go confront them. I'm like, "What are you talking about? This is my bike." This is where I kept the receipt in my pocket. This is where I pull out the receipt. I'm like, never mind. I pull it out, and if you guys have a city bike place near yours, there's this little slot thing that once you swipe your card, a little receipt thing pops out. That's the type of thing that I have at my school, and the receipt popped out, and I show them. They're like, but. And this is where they say, "I'm unsubscribing like that." And this is where this short little kid, comes over to me. Like, he grabs a bottle of water, telling me how I'm so poor. This is where he jumps and pours water on me. This is where I were to grab his hand and twist him. And I'm like, "Do that again. Do that again, little kid." This is where his skinny little brother was to come after me. This is where I would grab his head. I'm like, you guys don't want to mess with me. That's where I pushed them back. And I will go to my seat, on my side of the block. It's where they would get their dad, mom, and some other dude. And they'll be like, "Oh, you did this." Yeah. And this is where me and my brother were to explain what happened, and be like, but you did this." This is where they would just quickly start walking up. I know they were about to get an ass whooping of the century. I knew it. I just had a gut feeling. Now, I'm sorry for blabbling on. I just wanted to tell you guys that. And based on the title, you guys will know this is what if Izuku was cheated on. Yeah. And let me just tell you the properties of this video. We start our video off with Izuku gaining the courage to ask out Uraraka, because, he's a shy motherfucker. And let me just skip to the events. He falls in love with her. She says yes, they have a good time. Let's skip to the day that Uraraka were to cheat on him. This is where one day Izuku is there. Like, this is a day. I don't know what day should have been. It was just a random day. And Deku goes up, has a present for Uraraka, because he decided to get her a present, even though it's not her birthday. He would knock on when he were about to knock on the door, he would hear, "Keep it going, Bakugo. Oh, yes, young puppy." He would be here, keep it going, Bakugo. He says, shove it up your ass, brown face. This is where a Bakugo with anger will come. I can't believe that nerd couldn't satisfy like I do. And let me just tell you something. Izuku and Uraraka never did the nasty, so I don't know. I feel kind of stupid. So this is where Uraraka's like, well, we never did the nasty. This is where Bakugo will say, you don't guys don't need to. I just did it for you. This is where one for all that's in Izuku's body will stop holding him back. What I mean by holding him back, because one for all in this has a limitation. It gives its user a limitation so they don't get hurt or anything. So they would been giving him a big limitation. So after this, all the one for all, by hearing this, would just let go of it, stop pulling on him. And when they were to let go, this is where Izuku would go into full counting 1000%. The same power that he used against one all for one, the overhaul. And this is where he would, like, literally, he would kick down the door. The door would go flying all the way to the window. This is where Deku would just look at Bakugo. Uraraka's like, oh, Deku, it's not what you see. It's not what it looks like. That's the typical excuse. This is where Izuku would go like, you fucking slut. Why are you even here? Why are you next to me? He would say, oh, I'm sorry if you guys see inappropriate pictures, but he would say, you slut. This is where Bakugo would be like, what did you just call her? Quickly putting on his shorts. This is where Izuku would just look at Bakugo, speed blitz him, grab him by the face, and this is where he would knock him onto the ground. Izuku's aura just penetrating everything. This is where he would start to beat Bakugo, giving him right hooks, left hooks, even throwing some kicks in there. Him not holding back this time, like how he holds back when he was fighting Bakugo when they had their battle. This is where he's like, "You're dead, motherfucker." Let's say that Bakugo still doesn't have his clothes on, just for plot inconvenience. This is where Izuku will grab him by his leg, do a little tornado, like if you watch Dragon Ball Z or Boruto, you know what I'm talking about. Grab you by the leg. I haven't watched Boruto, but I just watched certain episodes of it. I'm sorry if you guys watch certain videos of it. And so where he would grab him by the leg and start tornadoing him, damaging him. And this is where his cum would start flying, because he didn't get to finish leaking out. This is where some of the guys and girls would come from their dorms to see what's happening. This is where they would receive a white package to their face and all over the walls. This is where the girls would be like, ugh. And let's say one of the girls accidentally let the invisible girl accidentally licked it by accident. This is where she would start choking. She was like, that's disgusting. So this is where all the girls would just look. It's Bakugo's. This is where they'd be like, oh, disgusting. All the boys would be like, oh. This is where Eraserhead would come onto the scene, and All Might would try to stop Izuku, but going into his buff form. So where Izuku would just hit him back, sending him flying. oh, he doesn't have his buff form, so as All Might can't do nothing. He's rendered powerless in a situation. So Eraserhead would try to go, and he would use a scarf and then deactivate Izuku's quirk. This is where Izuku, because of all the mental strain and his quirk, nothing will be able to stop him. As All Might and not All Might and all the other class starts to try to pull Izuku back, pull him with Mr. Aizawa's scarf. This is where they would successfully pull him back. This is where Izuku would just look and have a certain grin on his face. Now we go back to Katsuki. You fucking know what I'm about to do. You know what I pulled up this picture for. You know what we about to do. So this is where he would get the same smile. So where he says, "I gotta go take a walk." Him saying in a different tone of voice. So where he would start walking. This is where it would lead him outside of the UA. This is where he would start to head to Bakugo's house. Let's say that Bakugo's dad died. Yep, and this is where Deku would start knocking on Mitsuki's door. This is where Mitsuki would see that it's Deku. She's like, "Oh, hello, Izuku. How's your day? And what brings you here?" This is where Izuku would walk in and says, "Oh, hey, Mitsuki. I mean Bakugo's mom. I'd like to tell you something, but you need to sit down." Him sitting right next to her. This is where he would put his hand on her lap. This is where he would say, "I know it's tough losing your husband." He would start saying, and this is where he would be like, start to lick his lips. He would be like, "But maybe I can satisfy you." Him moving up on her thigh. Her being surprised because she wanted this. She wanted someone to please her after her husband died. Bakugo's dad. So where Izuku starts to move his hand up her thigh. So where he starts to touch her. Yep. This is the 18 only part. Starts to touch her her pussy. And he starts to feel on it. This is where she starts to let everything go. So where she starts to feel more pleasure. This is where Izuku would stop, let go of his hands. This is where he would start giving her top. He would start topping on her. This is where he start putting his slong into her let's say coochie. And so where he starts to go in hard, clapping her. This is where Izuku would be like, "We'll go into and he started clapping her cheeks." Him going in, and this is what she'd be like, her moaning and everything. And she's actually enjoying herself. And this is not gonna be the last girl Izuku fucks this way, And she's enjoying herself. She's like, And so where Izuku's like, "I'm not done yet." Turning on his quirk. Don't worry, he's not gonna have a son or anything. I don't know why I don't want my characters to have sons unless they're like older, like they about the age to get a son. Well, let me continue. This is where he'd be like, oh yeah, his quirk allows him not to catch an STD or anything. Yep, I brought that up. So right now, he's like, let's say they finished up. So where Izuku starts to get dressed. And it's where he tells Mitsuki and says, "Whenever you want something like that, you can call me." Writing down his number in a piece of paper and leaving it at the door, at the table. This is where he would start to head back to the dorms. It's where he would to walk in. Everybody worried about him, thinking of the worst. But this is where he walks in smiling. This is where I'd be like, what? Why is he smiling? I'm sorry. He'd be like, everybody would be like, why is he smiling? It's where Sarah will walk up to him and says, Deku, why are you smiling? But aren't you devastated with what just happened? This is where Izuku would be like, no, I'm not devastated. I'm actually happy that this happened. So where Kirishima walk up to him and be like, but why? This is where he says, one, I have learned that she's a slut. Second, you can ask Bakugo's mom. This is where everybody be like, oh, oh, oh. This is where one of Bakugo's friends, one that doesn't have Izuku's back, will start running to Bakugo. Like he's like, Bakugo, Bakugo. Let's say this is a random. Let's say that one kid was added. It's just a random, not powerful at all, but just he's just random. He would start running to Bakugo. So where he would touch. No, this is a 1B student. This way, and he's Bakugo's friend. He would run up to Bakugo and says, Bakugo, Bakugo. After Bakugo's slowly healing. And Recovery Girl's still trying her best to heal him. Him healed to the point where he's only had broken bones and he can still sit up. And he's still conscious at this point. And just so it's the next day. This is where he would be like, Bakugo, and Bakugo would say, what do you want? This is where his friend would be like, it's Izuku. And so where he says, what about Izuku? He just beat the shit out of me. I can't admit that. So where he says, he banged your mom. So where Izuku and Recovery Girl will hear it. Not Izuku, but Bakugo and Recovery Girl will hear this. So where Bakugo would be like, what the fuck did you say to me? He banged your mom. This is where Bakugo would be like, I gotta get up. This is where he would grab his crutches and start to walk. Or his wheelchair and start to roll it. So where he starts to roll. Let's say Uraka was in there too. So she's helping Bakugo. This is where she would take Bakugo to Izuku. Or to the conversation that everybody's having. This is where Bakugo would be like, Deku! This is where Izuku would be like, what do you want, Bakugo? You banged my mom? That's the way he says, yeah. Was I not supposed to? This is where Bakugo would be like, oh god. Thinking of how he was not supposed to bang Uraka, but he did. So he's like, wow, would you do that? Oh, because you banged the girl that I liked, so I banged your mom. And she told me that after her husband died, I was the best thing that she ever had. Izuku walking off, everybody's going like, oh, some Sarah recording it. No, Denki recording it. He's like, oh, Izuku, whatever, right? At him hyping him up. Everything. So, let me continue. So, Izuku was like, let me go on to my dorm. And to where Uraka is sitting there like, that quick? Thought he was a crybaby. This is where he would go to Principal Nezu's office. This is where he would tell Principal Nezu that he's gonna change up his appearance a little bit. And he paused the picture to get a picture of his appearance. I finally got the picture. It almost took me 2 hours. No, it only took me 3 minutes. So last where I left off was Izuku getting a new hairstyle, and this is gonna be the new hairstyle. And he's gonna have a cut above his cheek similar to that. Yep, he's gonna look more like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So just aware, as I will say, whatever, do what you want. I know you've been through a breakup or whatever you want, so do make sure that you're okay. Okay, Zuko. This is where Zuko would be like, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, as I was sensei, anything for you. So where he would leave, and to let's say they had 1 week off, and then Zuko would get the same hairstyle, and his appearance would change dramatically. He would still get that scar above his cheek and everything. So the next time you see Zuko, he'll be in class 1A, or yeah. So the day of the break was over, Zuko would go to the school, and he'll be like, what a good day. I feel like everybody would be like looking at him like he's a new student, because he does look dramatic, a lot different. So and he looks really hot. Just so you know, no homo, but he looks hot. And this is where they'll be like, "Who? Check out the new kid. He looks cute. I want his number." And so where Zuko would go to class, so where he would sit at his normal seat, let's say next to Uraraka. Yep, I'm doing that shit. This is where everybody will walk into class wondering who's in Izuku's seat. This is where Aizawa would know who that is, cause kind of Izuku is like his problem child, so he would know who Izuku is. It's like, everybody take your seats, be quiet, and shut up. This is where before everything would stop, either one raise his hand. He would be like, who's this kid sitting in Izuku's seat? This is where as I'll correct him, that is the kid who's sitting in Izuku's seat is Izuku. Everybody would be stunned. He'd be like that anime, like, Baka. That means idiot. If you guys think I'm stupid, so he's like, everybody. This is where Baku's like, that idiot can't be Izuku. This is where Uraraka's like, Zuku? Deku? This is where Deku would just look with disgust. See where he would say, oh, hey, slut. Burn. And this is where she would be like, my name's not slut. Then it's whore. My name's not whore. Then it's prostitute. Him going back and forth. Him and her going back and forth. My name's not a prostitute. Then your name is having sex with Tic Tac Dick. Yep, I'm gonna go call you Tic Tac Tiff GF. Tic Tac Dick GF. Yeah, I'm stuck calling you that. And so where he's like, that's not my name either. This is where he says, this is where he would call her. Then how about I call you the girlfriend of a terrorist, the kid with a terrorist quirk. So where Baku would be like, my quirk is a terrorist. This is where he would start, and this is where he would stand up. First, your personality is like shit dog, and this is where he would go off on Bakugo. He's like, then your quirk matches your personality. A mix between flaming hot ass and diarrhea. Shit be pouring out of you like crazy. Nigga, your quirk can really kill someone. And you say, oh, I got nitroglycerin. I sweat nitroglycerin. Bitch, if you would pull that pin, bitch, you would kill this whole entire school, bitch. Bitch, who the fuck you think you is? Like, I'm not even gonna talk to you because you sound really stupid. You are a terrorist. No wonder you bully people because you're fucking. I'm surprised you didn't become a fucking villain. Cause that role suits you the best. A fucking villain. Shut the fuck up before I smack your dumb ass. Now sit the fuck down. Everybody in class will be mouths all struck. They're like, Izuku did that. Yep, Izuku changed a lot. No more Izuku that we used to see. They all would say. I swear. They will all say thanks, Uraka. This is where Deku. This is the end of the day. Deku would be feeling corny. Yep, and this is where he would go to the support department, and the same thing that happened in regular canon would happen. The door would go boom. Mei Hatsume would fall out, and she would be sizing up Deku. So where Deku would be like, "Oh, so you like my bod?" Her feeling around him. I guess you can have a piece. Hatsume getting flustered, and this is where she was like, Izuku. Never knew you were this. Izuku would be like, yeah, what a breakup can do to you. This is where Izuku would be like, I'm gonna stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And I'm peacing out. Hope you guys enjoyed.